Hi, this is Gary with MacMost.com. On today's episode, let's look at using Automator to create new custom dictation commands in Yosemite. So under Mavericks, you were able to do these text spoken commands that were separate from dictation. But now with Yosemite, it's combined with the dictation functionality. So if you go to System Preferences under Dictation, this is where you can enable it. You want to enable dictation. And I believe you need to turn on Enhanced Dictation in order to be able to speak commands to your Mac. Though you can try it without. By selecting this, you're going to trigger a large download, almost a gig, of additional software for your Mac. It's great to have, but you don't necessarily need it for the basics, but I believe you do need it for using speakable commands inside of dictation. Then you want to check your shortcut key here. I've got it set so you press the FN key twice to trigger dictation. Now you want to go to the accessibility portion of System Preferences, and here you want to scroll down and select Dictation and click on Dictation Commands. And this shows all these different dictation commands that you could use. And also there's a checkbox for Enable Advanced Commands. And by checking this, it means that you'll be able to trigger dictation even if there's no text input. So you're not using, say, a word processor. You just have the Finder selected. Normally you would not be able to hit the FN key twice to dictate, but you want to do that because you want to be able to speak commands. We're going to leave this open here, and there's a bunch of stuff here that's set as the default commands for this, but we're going to create our own using Automator. So I'm going to run Automator, and I'm going to create a new workflow here, but it's not a standard workflow. It's going to be a dictation command. This is only available in Yosemite. I'm going to choose that, and I get to type exactly what I want to trigger the command. So you want to be careful. I'm going to, as an example, have something where I can ask my Mac what day of the week it is. Sometimes, you know, is it Tuesday, is it Wednesday? You just want to know, and you don't want to have it all the time up here in your clock. So instead of having to do like what day of the week is it, which is very easy for it to mistranslate, I'm just going to do something simple, day of week. And I'm not going to put a question mark after it because I found out that doesn't work very well. And I'm going to enable the command. And now I'm going to build something in here that will tell me what the day of the week is. Another cool new thing in Yosemite is the ability to use JavaScript. You don't have to mess around with AppleScript, which is a very odd language. As a programmer, I never liked AppleScript. It's very strange, but JavaScript is something that almost every programmer uses at some point if you have anything to do with the web. So I'm going to put a little JavaScript in here in Automator, and it's going to just give me the day of the week and return that. So here we go. Basically a one-line program in JavaScript that just gets the day of the week as a number and then translates that using an array to an actual date that could be spoken. I'm going to search here for speak text and drag that underneath. So it's going to take the output from this, pass it to here, and I can test it out very easily, quickly.
Sunday.
So you can see it takes Sunday, passes it to here, and it speaks Sunday. So great. So all I need to do now is save this. So it knows, of course, since this is a dictation command, it's going to save this in a special place in the system under Dictation Commands. So I'm going to name it the same thing as what the command is itself. Why not? It makes it easy to figure out what it is. Now if I switch over to System Preferences here and look at Dictation Commands, and I find it usually takes a few seconds, but so if you go too quickly it won't be here, but it will be listed under User right here, and I've got day of the week, and I can enable or disable it. So now that I know that that's there and working, I can click somewhere. I'm going to click off here into the desktop on the Finder. I'm going to hit the FN key twice. Day of week.
Sunday.
So you can see here it works. It picks it up. You can see the little command appear above saying it recognized it, and then it will run the script. So this is a really simple script that just does something very basic, but you can imagine you could do almost anything you want here in Automator, including running apps and performing different functions. Anything here that's in the library can be triggered by a dictation command this way.